I actually fell into the buying industry. So at university I did fashion communication, which is really focused around PR, marketing and events, and whilst doing that course I did a lot of work experience. So I worked at London Fashion Week and Harper's Bazaar and a few other places including DCK. And then when I worked at DCK I really enjoyed it. It's really fast paced and it's the only work experience I did where I could combine the kind of maths and analytical side of what I like to do with the fashion and trend forecasting, so it's what really aligned with my goals, I suppose. So my typical day, there isn't really a typical day. It's really varied and really fast paced. So every day I do emails and calls, constantly in contact with hosts such as Arcadia, but I also contact suppliers regularly, have a lot of meetings to do which can involve trend meetings, trading meetings, buy meetings. It's really varied. I'm quite often out of the office as well, so I wouldn't really say I have a very typical day, which is exciting. My biggest success has been my career progression at DCK. So I obviously did work experience here. A year later I then joined the business as a buyer's admin assistant. It then took me about 2.5 years to work my way up to junior buyer, and I'm now at buyer level. Since being a buyer, I've had obviously a lot of experience trading seasons, which is I think also a really big success of mine. So every season where I've been the buyer on the brands I work for have been the biggest seasons to date in terms of sales and profit. So that's really exciting to be able to drive that incremental business to the company and really grow that business area. At DCK I've learned to be dynamic and fast-paced in my working. It's ever-changing, really constantly different, so how to chop and change between job roles, how to work with different departments really quickly, how to communicate and manage those different departments as well. My teammates would describe me as driven, analytical, passionate and excitable. I really love the job that I'm in, so I can be really hardworking, and I am really hardworking, but I can also be really excited about what I am doing. I drink the most tea on my team, but I don't make any, so I'm definitely not the best tea maker. I think the best tea maker would probably be the buyer's admin assistant because he's so on top of making the tea itself. The thing I enjoy most about my job is the fast-paced and the constant changing element of the role. It's always different, and that makes it really exciting, and every day where I come into work is always different. It's really amazing. Also the travel opportunities, so I travel internationally quite frequently. I go to the Far East 2 to 3 times a year. I've also been on inspiration trips to a lot of places in Europe, America, and most excitingly South Korea, so that travel opportunity would never have come my way unless I worked here. I think the best perk at DCK is the private healthcare. It's a benefit that anyone can get involved with once they've passed their probation, and it's really important, and it's quite rare to have within the industry, so it's really important and it's a really great perk. I think I'm probably the most likely to fall over at the Christmas party. I love a glass of wine and everyone supports me with that, so I'll definitely be at the front of the party leading that falling over. So in a career I look for a business where the values really align with my own. I'm really hardworking and I enjoy fast-paced, and I really appreciate people, and I think the company also really appreciate people and really support that development. So it's definitely something I look for and definitely something that aligns with DCK.